This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai. Check out the Southtown Hyundai Advantage at southtownhyundai.ca.
A107.
Thank you for listening. We are asking you what the best bite of chicken is.
I don't know if Andy is trolling us on the text line right now, but they wrote in saying can't beat the bite of a chicken heart. Can you not stop?
No.
You'd be interested in that?
Yeah, I really like the turkey heart. I don't know if I've had a chicken heart. I think I've had chicken heart. No, it's really good. It's really good.
What kind of...
I like all like organ meat. I know that sounds strange,
Does
but
it taste like fatty? Like,
No.
has it got like a flubber kind of...
no, it's opposite. It's actually got like quite a strong bite.
What?
It's like rubbery almost.
Yeah, it's flubber.
No, but it's not like... It's like... Does that make sense?
Yes, actually.
Okay, great.
Surprisingly, it does.
Because I think I discovered what my favorite chicken bite is yesterday while cooking. And it's when you cut up chicken into small pieces and you have it in the pan and you're pretty sure it's cooked all the way through, but you need to make 100% sure, so you just eat one of them. And when it's just like right out of the pan, and you like move it around on the oil that's in the pan, so it's almost too hot to eat. Like, I'm drooling. That is the best bite of chicken, I think.
So would you rather, for dinner, just keep pulling out a pan from the oven and doing like one bite at a time?
It would be a great way to eat. When we used to make sausage growing up on the farm, like, we'd take any of the stuff that didn't fit in the sausage and just fry it up in a pan.
Okay.
So not a lot, but we just kind of always had a pan going with the sausage cooking in the garage.
So you'd pull that out, and those were the best bites.
You just walk by and like grab a piece. Oh, just the best. What's your favorite bite of chicken?
The best bite of chicken to me, and this is going to be controversial, but I love, well, they changed their dipping sauce, which very much upset me. I should send an email. But Wendy's chicken nuggets dipped in sweet and sour sauce.
No.
They're old sweet and sour sauce. They don't have it anymore. It's plum now.
Their chicken nuggets are budget.
No, they're not. They're so good. It's got like the perfect seasoning on it.
They're cutlet.
They're so good.
Nuggets.
They don't even need dipping sauce. They have that much flavor. It's true.
I'm not happy about this. Like, I don't even think they're in the same ballpark as McDonald's nuggets.
Tips texted in saying juicy bagged chicken by Maggie. What's that? Cook chicken at home in a bag that keeps all the moisture in. Oh, those chicken bags. It's essentially shake and bake that you cook in a bag.
Smart. That sounds good. My grandpa used to really like chicken out of a can.
Like, I've heard of the little pieces of chicken that you can get.
This is like the full carcass.
So it's just extremely salty.
Oh, it's so good. And like, you'd make sandwiches with it. Yeah, top notch. My prairie boy is showing this morning, hey, talking about organs and canned chickens.
So yeah, let us know, what's your favorite bite of chicken? What about the middle bite of a chicken sandwich that has so much mayo on it? That should be in the top.
Yeah, that's solid. This text from Ryan: the best bite of chicken is obviously one fresh from the garden. I don't think that's right. And I really like this: the first bite of a bucket of chicken when you know there's so many bites to follow.
Oh, dude!
We'll put that on the list as well.
I'm going to say that even better than the first bite of a bucket of chicken is the first bite the next day, like, even when it's still cold.
Yeah, you got to be more selective on your piece selection the next day. I think there's some chicken that tastes good cold, like the drumstick, but I don't think like...
No, the breast is just as good cold. You got to get it right in the middle where it's like thick.
Okay.
Rod wrote in saying, yeah, McDonald's nuggets are good, but Burger King nuggets are bussin'.
No.
I've never had Burger King nuggets. Don't they have them like 10 for $3 or something?
And there's a reason.
No.
Play 107.
Oh, no. TikTok trend. Dangerous. This is how the Tide Pod thing happened in the first place, and many other very dangerous trends.
You gotta admit, though, TikTok is so fun. And it's keeping people occupied, giving strangers across the world some laughs.
Agreed. This trend, though, is people who are like intentionally kind of throwing themselves into small swings, like baby swings, as adults or teenagers, and seeing if they can fit. And apparently hundreds have had to be cut out of them by firefighters and first responders.
It's a great way to meet a firefighter.
You're going to go to the swing set and try to jam in.
But I wonder how many calls they get on that when they're like, yeah, we got to go cut another adult out of a child's swing. They're like, okay, just another Wednesday.
For TikTok.
I think it's great.
You look at what our grandparents were doing when they were our age. They were building their own homes, barns, running a family farm, raising 9 kids. You're getting stuck in swings. I
would be scared with the cutting off the circulation.
Yeah.
Even just sitting in a regular swing right now, I'm like, man, I can barely fit. My hips can barely squeeze through here.
I'm uncomfortable in a chair.
Yeah.
So we highly recommend maybe you don't try to follow suit with this trend and just stick to the slide or something if you want to make a fun video.
Another thing I can't do at the park are the monkey bars anymore. Is it my weight?
Yeah,
I got weak wrists.
I have a rough time gripping it hard enough. Plus, they're always a little bit too short now. So I have to
touching the ground?
I have to lift my knees, and then the science isn't there.
No.
Yeah, monkey bars are a thing of the past too. And so should swings be.
This happened on May 2nd, so not too long ago. Jonathan Bauer is extremely afraid of heights. Him and his teenage daughter were running errands when they got caught in a serious 5-car pileup over a bridge in Maryland. And this accident sent 8 people to hospital and left a pickup truck dangling over the guardrail. He got out of the vehicle, first of all, made sure his teenage daughter was okay. She was. Walked over to the vehicle that was hanging over and saw that there was a toddler that was ejected out of the vehicle with the car seat.
What?
Out of the car seat somehow, floating in the water on her back in her little pink dress. And keep in mind, like I said earlier, Jonathan Bauer is terrified of heights. He jumped in and saved this little girl's life.
Jumped into a moving river.
Yep.
Wow.
And picked her up, and he could tell that she was half conscious. He was slapping her back to make sure the water was getting out of her lungs. Paramedics met him at the shore, and she made a full recovery. He wanted to remain anonymous. He tried to kind of sneak away from the scene, but the city found out who it was, and they gave him this award and everything, a medal.
Wow. What an insane story.
I know.
Tell me something good.
My story is about an app not yet available here, but it's making so much noise where it is available that I doubt that it'll be too long before we see it. It's called Too Good to Go, and it's going to be an app that offers discounted food prices from menu items that are ready to be thrown out, but are still good from your favorite places.
That's genius.
You just check the app, and different places would post, this is what we have available, and this is the reduced price. And it's really going to eliminate food waste and also help the service industry, which has had a very rocky year now. Sell some things that normally they just have to bite and...
not literally bite.
Right, sorry.
Throw
just
out.
take the loss on. It's called Too Good to Go, and it's already sold over 200,000 meals that were merely hours away from going into the garbage in different major cities in the States. And like I said, shouldn't be too long until we get it here. Let's hope so.
Tell me something good.
I really like this video that has done quite well online, breaking down fashion trends, and especially being told what you're wearing is out of style, no matter what you're wearing these days. Let's listen to it.
Someone needs to talk about Gen Z's toxic obsession with staying on trend. And no one's talking about it, so I will. First of all, I would just like to say skinny jeans are not out of style. They are not the trendy piece because they are a staple piece. When something stays around for years, it transitions into staple pieces. It's not a trend. That's like saying white t-shirts are out of style. Baggy jeans are in style at the moment. That doesn't mean skinny jeans are out. That's not how fashion works. Second of all, I just saw somebody say that nonstick frying pans are out of style. Literally, what does that mean? It's a frying pan. If you care that deeply about your frying pan being on trend, you need help. This toxic obsession with staying on trend has led to overconsumption in a crazy, unnecessary way. The trend cycle should not be moving this fast. Also, if your entire style is based around trends, you don't have style.
I really like her point about the overconsumption because, yeah, all of a sudden you find out half your wardrobe's out of style according to Gen Zs. If you worry about that kind of stuff, you're going to get rid of way too much.
Well, and the impact of fast fashion is actually destroying our planet. I listened to a podcast about this before. And if you go into stores and maybe you go once a month and you walk into a store and you're like, oh, they have completely different clothes than they did last month. That's an issue. Because of fast fashion, like the pressure to reduce these costs and speed up the production, it's terrible for our environment. It's just terrible. And so I love her point about how skinny jeans will always be cool. But I mean, me personally, at this point, I don't want to ever wear a pair of skinny jeans ever again, just because this past year has been so great wearing leggings every single day.
Yeah, I wore some skinny jeans the other day and I was quite uncomfortable. Like it felt like I was wearing leather motorbike pants. I just had no movement.
I will say, when she said that nonstick frying pans are not in right now, I actually understand why, because they've said that the Teflon little pieces of particle can eventually come off and go into your food, and that's bad for you.
So that's a different story.
But that's when your Teflon pan is starting to wear out.
Right.
You get rid of it and you get a new one. But I understand why people are starting to talk about the pans.
So back to the fashion thing, like, is a solid way to build a wardrobe to have a bunch of staple items that, like she said, don't go out of style necessarily, and then that gives you room to, when you do go shopping, to buy an occasional, like, trendy right now.
Yeah, and I've heard that that's the way to do it. I have yet to have a glow up in my closet. I would love to have a staple closet. A really good pair of black slacks, a really good jean jacket, a good white t-shirt, probably several because I get the pit stains. But you know what I mean? I want that. That's the dream closet for me.
I like how we're both talking like we know fashion quite a bit, and you are in a free t-shirt that you got from your radio station currently.
It's on brand.
I know.
I'm an advertisement for our station.
And I'm wearing a baseball jersey with a radio station that I worked at in like 2006 on it.
Yeah, I think we're crushing it.
These are staples for radio hosts, is radio t-shirt.
I remember growing up, like in my quote-unquote bar star days, every Saturday, my girlfriends and I would go to West Edmonton Mall. We'd hit up Forever 21 and we would get a new bar t-shirt for that night.
Right.
Half of my girlfriends kept the tag on and returned it the very next day. Now that is a fashion hack. I need to start making TikToks about fashion. You'll learn something.
I don't know how.
Quit staring at my t-shirt.
Well, I don't know how serious people will take you if you're doing fashion updates in that.
Play 107.
What are you stashing away for a later date? It could be food related. Could be you're worried about something that could run out, like people storing gas in bags in the States right now. What do you got, Lise?
Oh, my favorite perfume is from Zara. And my fear is that they're going to just discontinue it. So I always grab a bottle when I'm in the store, which I haven't been in a very long time.
But you have...
I have several.
Really?
Yep.
Just the same kind of... Those don't go bad, do they?
I hope not.
Because you still have some like Hillary Duff perfume
Yeah, I do.
from like the 60s, right?
Not the 60s. Hillary Duff
I'm
was
just
not
kidding.
alive in the 60s. But I do have some of her old perfume and body lotion, and it still smells great. So
Okay.
I think
So
we're
maybe
good.
it doesn't go bad.
Alex texted in saying Reese bars. They were limited edition once upon a time and disappeared for a while. Now I hoard them just in case they ever pull them off of the shelves again. They are the best form of Reese chocolate.
Yeah, that's what I do with McRibs. Because I'm worried that they're going to take them off the menu again. So whenever they're around, I just load up. It's hard to stash them anywhere but like in me, though. So I just end up eating a lot of them when they're around.
Tara wrote in saying, since the pandemic, I've been buying an extra box of tampons every time I go to the shopping store.
All right. Loading up.
She's like, because like, what would you do, honestly?
Right. Well, that toilet paper thing was crazy. Like that was 1 year ago, almost exactly.
Yeah.
That like they were clearing the shelves. I was actually worried that I wasn't going to be able to wipe properly. I didn't know what I was going to do. Like that's how low we got.
And then sales for bidets probably skyrocketed.
Thank goodness for that thing. 780-784-7107. What are you stashing?
I hoard Jägermeister. That's what I do.
How many 2 6s of Jaeger do you got right now?
40.
What?
Yeah.
You just waiting for a huge party to break out or what?
Do you have a shot every day?
Not every day, but frequently. I've got the coffee Jägermeister and the hot ginger Jägermeister.
Man, they need to sponsor you.
My stash is golf balls. I always, whenever I'm around like a golf town or somewhere that has a good deal on golf balls, I'll buy them because I never want to get caught having to buy them at the golf course because they're so expensive there usually.
Well, and you always lose your ball when you play because you're bad at golf.
No.
Kyle texted in saying, I hoard all the extra bits and screws from every single IKEA build, barbecue, piece of art, decor things that I buy. You just might have to use a random screw one day. See, I always think that that's the case, but they just sit there and collect dust.
Yeah, until you throw them out.
And then you need it.
Yeah, you need it.
So true.
780-784-7107. What do you got for us?
I have a box in my closet that if I see something cute at the store or something, I'm like, oh, that would make a good Christmas gift or a good birthday present. I just buy it and I just keep it in a box in my closet.
That's really smart.
In case I need a spur of the moment present.
That's really smart.
So, give us an example. If you were going to shop for, let's say, me, and you wanted to send me a birthday present, what from your little tickle trunk might I get?
Okay, I would maybe go with some relaxation Epsom salts for your stellar bathtub in your room.
Oh, she knows you. That is so good.
That's great.
That is a great answer.
Maybe one of those fancy foot peel masks, you know?
Yeah, you know me.
Ooh, I would love to go shopping in your closet.
Yeah, I have a bunch of random stuff in there just for everybody. It's very, some of them could be very meaningful and some of them could just be like, here, happy birthday.
Play 107.
Ready to reminisce? It's time for the Nostalgia Off with Ryder and Lisa.
From Mustara and Company.
Play 107.
Thank you, Mustara and Company. They want to give one of you voters a $50 prepaid Visa. So all you have to do, it's so easy, is just vote for one of us. Whose list?
No.
What?
Oh, there's already a vote for you. You can't do that. We don't play this game.
Oh, Ryder. There's no vote for me. I don't see it.
Well, it hasn't loaded on yours yet.
This always crashes our text line because so many people get in on it, which is a good thing, but I can't see it yet.
A list of 5 things each.
Okay.
And then you decide whose list hits you in the feels harder.
All right, that first vote doesn't count.
Well, it just evened out because Jana just texted my name. Thank you very much,
Oh,
Jana.
my goodness.
Okay, I'll go first.
Sure.
When they swapped out Aunt Viv on Fresh Prince and we were all supposed to just be okay with it, that we had a different mom now, but then we were all okay with it.
Paying $5 for Nexopia Plus.
Sucking on a push pop until it became dangerously sharp.
7 minutes in heaven in your parents' basement. You never played 7 minutes in heaven?
Is that the makeout game?
Yeah, in the closet.
I didn't have to. I was making out in the main room.
Okay.
Tacky family photos where your mom picked everyone's outfit and y'all looked hella uncomfortable because you'd never wear that.
Since when do you say y'all? Getting burnt by a metal slide at the park.
Saying up your butt and around the corner to win an argument.
Clinique Happy perfume. I can smell it now.
The nostalgia off, whose list hits you in the feel harder. This is my last one. Having the most dominant player in the NHL and going into playoffs with high hopes of winning the cup, which oddly works again now, but definitely was the case in the 80s.
Trying to look cool walking by your crush during the school assembly.
All right.
Oh, we forgot to mention there's a wager this week, too.
Oh, good point.
The loser has to wear way too much Hawaiian ginger body spray for an entire week. Like, to the point where we're going to get some video footage of others reacting. Even if they're wearing masks, it'll be that. You're just going to soak your skin in it.
Can I go with Axe?
Axe
if
body
I lose,
spray?
yeah.
Okay, if you lose, you have to wear so much Axe body spray. If I lose, I have to go to Walmart and get the Hawaiian ginger that we all wore in junior high.
No problem. I wear Axe, too much Axe anyway. Here we go. Let's go through them real quick. When they swapped out Aunt Viv and pretended like nothing happened, sucking on a push pop until it became dangerously sharp, tacky family photos where your mom picked everybody's outfit, saying up your button around the corner, and having the most dominant player in the NHL and going into playoffs with high hopes of winning the cup every year.
I will say your list is very good this week, Ryder.
Thank you.
But not as good as mine. Paying $5 for Nexopia Plus. 7 minutes in heaven. Getting burnt by the metal slide at the park. Clinique Happy Perfume, and trying to look cool walking by your crush at the school assembly. I think people are going to have a difficult time voting this week.
Play 107.
The winner of the Nostalgia Off today by a slim margin is me for the first time in quite some time.
So, since I'm the loser, I have to wear an excessive amount of Hawaiian ginger body spray, which was all of
The rage.
back when I was in junior high. When you say we're going to get some footage, this is like me walking into a store and we're going to get some reactions from people who are wearing a mask but can still smell me.
Yeah, or like at the park. Like we're going to soak you in it. Oh boy. The playoff schedule has just been released.
And
So things get going on Saturday as expected. That would be Boston at Washington.
but ours is not a playoff game this Saturday, right?
That's correct. We play Saturday as well against Vancouver, not a playoff game. They got to make up a bunch of the games that they lost because of COVID, and they had to take that huge break.
I saw that somebody asked our coach, will you keep McDavid and Draisaitl on the bench for this last game? And he's like, no, they want to play. Like, they want to still play even though it's not a playoff game.
Yeah, they call their shots. He's playing them less, which I like. Like, keep them safe, keep them rested a bit, but you got to let a thoroughbred run, you know?
Right.
That's a horse reference. And
The bigger the butt, the faster the horse. Did you know that?
now your one friend told you that.
Well, and then I bet on that horse, and guess which horse won?
Not yours.
Whatever.
And so the Oilers playoffs will begin officially on Wednesday, May 19th
Nice.
at 7 p.m. And then the other Canadian division gets rolling the next night, 5:30 p.m., Montreal at Toronto.
Wing Wednesday.
Yeah, we're talking about the first time we've been in playoffs for years.
Yeah, and I'm talking about
And you're
what
talking
snacks
about-
I'm going to eat while the game's on.
God.
Ryder and Lisa.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai.
Play 107.